What up, my people? What up, my people? What's going on, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? Apologize, y'all. Came in late. I was on the phone with my pops, man. I had to do it. I don't talk to my pops like that. I apologize, y'all. On this Thursday, I mean, on this rainy day in the city, it's nasty out here. But we here. We here. I'm late, but I'm here. Shouts to everybody. Happy Thursday to everybody. We back it. Please forgive me. We're gonna come back and talk some yeah, we back at it, y'all. Let me tell you something before I say anything else, man. If you got a parent that's still alive in your life, mother, father, or mostly father, make sure you make that connection with them. I got to talk to my pops, man, who is 77 years old. I want to let him know I love him. I just let him know over the phone I love him. You know what I mean? So it's dope, man. I got a pops I can kick it with, man. It's cool. But we back on this Thursday. I hope everybody that's been traveling today has gotten to where they needed to go safe. You know what I mean? It's raining out here in New York. I don't know where it's at. You know where y'all at. The weather might be a little different. Might be a little cool. Might be a little sunny. But up here it's nasty. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter if the weather's cool, sunny, whatever. I hope everybody has traveled and has gotten to where they need to go. Safe, man. Airport, wherever, man. It's nasty out here. We are back, Throwback Thursday. We here to for that boxing talk. You know what I mean? We're gonna do one that's this one's a classic right here, man. Right? So Iron Mike Tyson versus Buster Douglas. February 11, 1990. It went down in Tokyo, Japan. We're gonna get into that. So let's get into it. So for my newcomers, my regulars, everyone, welcome back to the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go. Underrated, you come on. Angie, I see you. What's up, cuz? Boxing Ways, what's up? She said, it took me 3 hours to drive to work. This weather is dangerous. About 3 hours, Angie. Where the hell are you coming from? Poughkeepsie? 3 hours, Angie. Where the hell are you coming from? You in Poughkeepsie, Angie? Is that where you at? Everybody, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, y'all. I'm trying to wait for my man Underrated to get in there. Nah, you said 3 hours. 3 hours to get to work. Where the hell you drove from? If you in the city, it took you 3 hours. The hell? The hell the hell you came you drove through Staten Island to freaking Brooklyn to the Bronx? They closed off a lot of streets in some lanes. Oh, okay. I heard you. Got you. Got you. All right. I was trying to hit this on StreamYard, y'all, but I used my StreamYard up. So being that I used my StreamYard up, I gotta wait about 2 weeks before I can use StreamYard again. So not next week, but the week after, I'll be able to go back on StreamYard. I don't know where he's at. He probably thinking I'm still on the phone with my pops, but I'm not. So he should be able to see I'm live though. Beautiful. What up? What's up? Good evening. How's everything? Angie. What's the deal, Angie? I can't wait till I see y'all next year, man. Word up. I want to wait for underrated. Um, he has the link, so if not, we're gonna get this going. Angie, you be sounding wild crip when you be like, hey, cuz. It's like, hey, cuz. I said, damn, Angie, man. It's all good, though. It's all love, though. Uh, I don't know what they doing with these notifications. I really don't know what they doing with these notifications. Um, I'm good, beautiful. I'm good, man. I'm sitting here with the missus. I just talked to my pops. It's Friday. We late, but we here. Um, Everything good. I'm chilling. I'm blessed. I'm saying I can't complain. I can't complain. So you know what? We're gonna get right into it. Don't worry. You're you stupid. Yeah, Mrs. Duck. She's in the room after a long day of work. She's relaxing. So you know what I mean. May I be what? A mod? What do you mean a mod? How the hell you come into my can you be a mod? I don't even know who you are. Are you asking for a wrench? Is that what you asking for? Because if that's what you asking for, no, you can't. You can't be a moderator. I don't know you. It don't work like that. No, you can't be a moderator. I don't even know you. Did you come in and speak? Have you been here before? Have you said hello? Have you spoken to anybody? You just walk in here asking, can you be a mod? It don't work like that. I don't care where it took you to. Up out of here. That's the wrong question to ask when you come to somebody's channel. Can you be a mod? I don't give a damn who sent you here. It don't work like that. Can you be a moderator? Get the fuck out of here. No, you can't. Y'all gonna learn about coming over here with the stupid shit. Can I be a mod? You don't come in and speak and say, hey, how you doing? Peace to the chat. How's everybody? What's wrong with y'all? Y'all gonna learn about coming over here. This channel is not like the rest of the channels y'all used to. We different. We built different over here. We built different over here. Y'all make me mad when y'all do that silly shit. Talking about, oh, I went live and it took me to this channel. That don't mean shit, stupid. That means you go in somebody's channel and ask them for to be a moderator, dummy. Stupid. People is crazy, man. If you listen, my rule is don't come over here asking me, can you be a moderator? Hell no. Don't ask me to send no link. If I don't know you, this is not the channel for it. There's some channels where they do that. They'll send you a link and let you come up. I looked at something today on one of my man's channels that made me disgusted this morning. Y'all better stop opening y'all platforms to keep just letting motherfuckers come up and run their mouth and don't know what they be talking about. I don't know how many times we got to keep telling y'all that. Y'all don't listen. Y'all gonna learn the hard way. That's crazy. Y'all don't know the definition of nah, don't work like that. Anyway, peace to y'all though, man. Peace to everybody out there. So let's get it going with this Buster Douglas and Mike Tyson, right? You took one of the most feared men on the planet. You took one of the most feared men on the planet. I am Mike Tyson. Buster Douglas, who was a 42-1 underdog, who people just thought that this was just another warm up, another tune up for Mike Tyson to probably get prepared at the time, if I'm not mistaken, for maybe Evander Holyfield. I don't know if it was in talks, but that's probably who should have been Mike Tyson's next fight. But Buster ended up, you know, getting that. So when we go back to February 11th, 1990, right? And that's crazy because that happened on Valentine's Day week. That's nasty work. And besides paying attention just to the fight, when you go back and you look at that and you say to yourself, it was deeper than Mike just getting beat by Buster. You know, you heard the stories about him gambling all night and hanging out with Bobby Brown, and there's no telling what activities he had going on, especially at that time. He was in a lot of shit, you know. So we don't know. You know, we always like to go by what the press say and what the media say, but we don't know. But at that time, Mike was the most feared man, not only on the planet, but in the sport of boxing. And not too many people probably knew what Buster Douglas had going on and whatever, you know, what was his situation. And nobody cared, right? Because we looked at it like we watched Mike knock guys on their ass. We watched Mike knock guys on their ass. What makes this dude any different from any other Mike opponents? He will feel the same thing that the rest of them have felt. And you know, it's kind of a learning experience because you know when you got to fight, you don't need to be up at 2, 3 in the morning gambling when you know you got to fight. Right? You should be home, well, not home. You should be in the hotel, well rested. But hey, when you got people when you have a whole bunch of yes men around you and they're not telling you what to do, that's how it is. A lot of these fighters got a bunch of yes men around them that they just gonna let them do whatever as long as they're getting paid. All right, beautiful, it's all good. But you know, and Mike never had Mike to me never had the right people in his ear anyway. Um, Telling him what he probably should do or what he should not do. And even if he did, sometimes it's already too late. And I can't say Mike had wasted talent, but he didn't because we see what he can do in the ring. He just didn't have the right people around him. Um, he made a lot of money in the sport too. To have a lot of that taken away from him being robbed, and I can't say I know what that feels like. That's a painful feeling to have to go through all that. And that's probably why we see Mike do a lot of the things that he do now because he's been robbed the majority of his life. Mike wasn't as crazy as you guys thought he was, and because if you just look at the shit that he's went through, and I'm not making no excuses for him, because you still have to be responsible for your own actions. But if you look at some of the things that Mike Tyson has went through, it's some of the same shit we are going through today. So nobody shouldn't be a stranger to it. But even with him having all that going on, um, Mike Stern still turned out to be one of the baddest fucking men on the planet. Yeah, yeah. Um, I used that already as one of my words of the day. Traumatized, I think I used, but it's something that it's hard to come back from. It's hard to get over it. It's hard to move on like that when you're dealing with trauma or you get traumatized, whatever you want to put it. And maybe that's why nobody ever lasted in a ring with Mike like that, because he was walking in there with just so much on his mind. Um, and and it's a big deal because we go through mental health and we go through so much as it is. It's a lot. Yeah, Jay Bliss. When Cuss died and Jacobs died, that shit, a part of him died because the two people who really gave a fuck about you are no longer here. Hmm? The two people who treated you like you're family are no longer here. So how are we supposed to, or how, as people, when we lose somebody, how do we fix that pain? Remember, the word of the day was fix. How do we fix that? It's a lot when you're being lied to. You don't know who's your friend because people are just using you for what you got or what they can get out of you. As soon as they get that out of you, they're gone. Um, it's a lot. And to be honest with you, Mike was hurting so bad. He was hurting so bad. Mike was hurting so bad. He wanted to hurt your kids just so you can know what he felt like. Because when that's what he was saying when it was time for him and Lennox to fight. I wish one of you guys had children so I could just step on them so you can feel how I feel. And so when you think about all the fights that Mike has had leading up to the Buster Douglas, it doesn't really matter how we feel about how the opponents were. They were trash. They weren't that good. They were setups. They were has-beens. Call it whatever you want. But he went out there and did what he was supposed to do. And then here comes February 11th, 1990. Buster Douglas, right? Mean name. You thinking, damn, with a name like that, the guy should be checking everybody, right? But for the people who are there and see what's going on, they like, man, it ain't no way in hell he could beat Mike. This is over, man. Mike, get him out of here one round. We all going home. We can all go shoot the craps. We can go gamble. We can do whatever, right? Go to our families, whatever it is we want to do. This is going to be a short night. And shit, that's seemed like Mike got the gambling out the way before he was supposed to. According to the people who were there, the gambling, the drinking, the different women, whatever it is that you want to call it. And then it's time to fight. And even though Mike did pretty good in one solid round, maybe two rounds, I gotta look back at it. Um, you knew at some point that either something is wrong with Mike. Now you know how y'all accuse. You know how we always said that something was in these fighters' water back in the days. Y'all ever wondered if something was in Mike's water? I'm not assuming nothing. I'm asking y'all. Oh, Buster Douglas was just that good that night. Maybe Mike didn't get enough sleep. Maybe the death that happened with Buster Mathless and his mother passing away was some motivation for him to get that win, because your mama passing away, and she's passing away just before you could be great, and she's telling you don't take that fight. He's an animal. It's a lot, man. Yeah, he definitely missed the count, Jay Bliss. That's a fact. Could have dealt with Mike's massive fan. No manager was. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Well, at some point, Mike did become a loose cannon, and you know, when somebody becomes a loose cannon, it's kind of hard for you to try to tame them. You know, it's almost like locking an animal up in a cage. Once you let them out, it's hard for you to tame them. Yeah, that eighth round. You know what? I was supposed to went back and watch that fight today before I went live, but I didn't make no time to do it because I was in the middle of doing a lot of things in my house. But yeah, but when I did watch it, I had questions. Huh? Did they have the referee in their pocket? Because that count was bananas. Buster should have been out. And I'm not saying that because I am more of a Mike Tyson fan than Buster fan. Don't get it twisted, man. I'm not taking nothing away from Buster. Buster was chefs. With just the jab over. Yeah, you know, yeah. Yeah, tracks. Yeah, well, it's kind of hard to call people bums. We have to be careful how we call people bums. Yeah, Robert Givens did. He had a lot going on, man. You know what? Disappointments started hitting Mike one by one. Customato passing, Jacob passing, Robert Givens coming. Whichever one happened first. You know, you got a beautiful woman. You know the one thing about life is when you're insecure about if you're cute and you're ugly, and you came this way, and then all of a sudden your life changes, and you get the cars, the clothes, the jewelry, the money. You might be still ugly, but that money got you looking like you the finest motherfucker in the world. Then you get one of the baddest women at the time, and you're thinking, I don't have to do nothing else but to go ahead and put the ring on it and get married. Oh, excuse me, put the ring on it and have children, and then come to find out you're not who you thought I was. You're not who you say you are. You know, shit like that. Busters. I think that if like Tyson's like up this thing was Buster ahead. Yeah, yeah. I'll say tracks. We just got to be careful how we throw that word bum around. Um, because we've seen a lot of upsets in boxing. We've seen boxing. We've seen fights when we go, hell no. I know it. How the hell? What? Because boxing is unpredictable sometimes. It could be predictable sometimes, but it all depends. Sometimes we have things happen and we go, I never saw that coming. But in this case, when they told you to expect the unexpected, the fight with Mike Tyson and Buster Douglas was one of those expected, unexpected, because I'm sure there was a lot of people who put money up on this fight. They were placing bets. Yo, I got Mike in the first round. Ain't no way in hell this guy's lasting. Y'all put your money on this fool, you're going to lose. He ain't beat no Iron Mike Tyson. Look at Mike and look at him. What are he gonna do? Tyson's camp were laughing at all of us. The time coming camp after Oliver points defeat Tyson's camp. You lost. Yeah, that's crazy. Nasty work for you. Nasty work. That's nasty work. But you know it is what it is. There go my brother, the underrated one, the number one grinder, the best kept secret on social media. My Brooklyn brother. What's
What's
up?
good? What's good, fam?
Wait, you know me? Chilling, you know what I mean? Talking this boxing talk.
Yeah,
Nah, man, I'm late, but I'm here.
that's all right.
Um, I was making some points. I was just, going by Tyson and speaking how, Buster being a 42 to 1 underdog and nobody giving him a chance.
Uh,
Um, and granted, right, you had, like I said, Buster's mother passed away. With your mama passing away or somebody, it's motivation.
sure is.
And I don't know if y'all know, but I'm sure y'all do know, his mama didn't even want him to fight Mike.
No, she didn't. Nope. She was totally against it.
She did not want that because she already knew about Mike.
Right.
And he said it. My mama didn't know, baby. No, baby. He said, my mama said, no, don't do it. Why would you fight him? Because, that would be a normal question. Why would you fight him? Out of all people to pick in boxing, why him? But remember, I said, God knows how your life is going to be. Like your life is written. Your life is written, and He knows what's going to happen in your life before you. God know that Buster had that win already, because it's written. Buster contract with Don King was expired on the Tyson's fight the after after the win. Don King took Buster to court, but was using different courts around the country. That's crazy. Buster Train was affected for the Holyfield fight. Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know he did all that. Yo, your man Don King was doing too much, man.
Yeah. The Don
Shout out
King
to
was straight
Don,
up
though.
thug, man. Don King was straight up thug.
Don said, "You play me, I'm gonna break both of your legs and arms. You gonna have to crawl to the ring." But so let's go back for a second, right? On that night of February 11th, 1990. Before then, underrated. Did you know who Buster was?
I know he was like a top 10 contender. That's about it.
So you basically looked at him like every other opponent Mike had. Like, oh man,
Yeah.
this is gonna go one round, and we all can go home if we're not home already. This is not gonna go as long as people think it's gonna go. Underrated?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, you were basically thinking this is not gonna go the way everybody think it's gonna go.
Yeah, that's what I felt. I felt that, yeah, it ain't going to happen. But I think I feel like Tyson, he going to get another title shot. That's what I thought. Because he was a top 10 contender. Little winning streak. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, Yeah. Go ahead.
But in his mom passed, that's totally different, bro. Anybody that in your loved one passed, and when he said he dedicate this fight, his mom's.
Yeah.
At that time, he didn't care. I lost my mama.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't have nothing. I had nothing to fight for. I had something to fight for, but and
Yeah. It's a it but you know what, it became a lot. Buster's fight was over, was another win against Trevor Burbick before the McCall fight. Yeah, Buster did some things. It's not for people to sleep on. Buster and he did a lot of he did, he did what he did. But that Mike Tyson, I mean, did you see this happen in February 11, 1990, underrated? Did you see it? Did you see it happen in this way? That's 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 absolutely a lot. Too much, if you ask me. But this is the great thing about boxing. Happened. At least they were able to give us a go one. If Buster was right, and he really improved after removing his father as manager. Yeah, I forgot about that. His father being the manager. That's a lot. That's a lot.
yes, it
You
is.
know, sometimes you have to make change, not just within yourself, but your circle. People think it ain't safe. Like you gotta make change sometimes. You gotta save yourself from the bullshit. So but that's another story. Um, it was when you think about it, it was legendary, legendary.
Yeah,
It was definitely legendary. It was I mean, I wish that was a fight I could see today, and I don't mean like on YouTube. I'm talking about today. Like you know what I'm saying? It's but it's all good. Um, we got to go back to that eighth round though, underrated.
yeah.
That eighth round, and it
Mm-hmm.
showed you even back then, because ain't that much slow counting in the world. It just shows you back then that some referees they had the referees in the pocket. What type of slow ass Undertaker count was that? That was the eighth round, y'all, right? Was it the knock? Was it the knockdown in the eighth? What was it? It was a knockdown in the eighth. Any way you look at it. That count was. Oh shit, Trax. Now you gonna make me go back. It was longer than it was supposed to be. Put it like that, Trax. I have to go back and look at it, but that count was too damn long. Too long. But they
Yeah.
sure was quick to stop the shit with Mike.
Uh,
They could have gave Mike time to get his ass up and put the mouthpiece back in. Oh, how they gonna do that? He was dizzy. He was man. Get the fuck out of here, man. But it is. Hey, it is what it is. But I don't know exactly how much time they gave him, but it was crazy. It was definitely crazy. Um, I want to get into something before I end this live. I want to know why didn't they run it back? I know why they didn't run it back because there ain't no way in hell Buster was gonna run it back. That would have been too risky.
yeah, it would. Sure
That
would.
would have been it would have been too risky. Some people would say, "Yo, why didn't they?" Now that you think about it, and nah, nobody don't want to. Nobody wouldn't want to see that, man, because it would have went bad. Buster was not hurt, but be fair, he even banged him. Man. Yeah, he did. He was frustrated. Yeah, he definitely was. It's not like he was knocked on his feet. Tyson was more hurt than he was.
Uh huh.
Tyson was way more hurt than he was. So yeah, I can't front like Buster was knocked out or hurt. He realized shit. I got caught. I think he was more frustrated saying that damn, I could have that could have been the end of the fight. He probably wasn't even frustrated that he got knocked down. It was probably more or less a shit. This could have been a knockout. This could have been the end of the fight. Damn it. All right, I gotta snap out of it and I gotta get this guy out of here.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I gotta get him out of here. So but yeah, Mike, man, Buster was absolutely. Yeah, he was punched. Tracks. People don't want to give him his credit, like they don't give fighters their credit today, right? It's a damn shame. It's 20 something years later, if people still don't want to give people their credit. But it was perfect. It was a great fight. It was great. The guy you wanted to win might have not won, but it was a great bout. Um,
Yeah.